like what he does on the field.
Painful last night of the regular disastrously bad shit. Made me stop and go.
Power of
What is that sound you're making?
My hammy grabbed a little bit. Sorry.
You have been limping. If I could, because we've had nothing but just basically steroid talk all morning long.
Yeah.
I can digress for a minute. You have been limping around here all morning long. What is the matter with you?
I ran a lot yesterday, so and I'm a little sore.
You're running? I thought you don't you and Chris usually walk?
Well, no. We work out at times, and sometimes we walk, sometimes run. And sometimes do that.
Yeah.
Depending on the day, the time. I was doing fartleks, and when I finished those are those can be interesting at times, and I don't think I stretched good enough after them.
Wait. Hold on.
What?
I just looked up across the room to make sure that everyone else had the same reaction I did.
What?
You were doing what?
Fartleks.
What is it?
Fartleks. They're called fartleks, the running that I did.
Wait, they're called what?
Fartleks. What?
You're making that.
I'm not making it up.
How are you spelling that?
I have no idea. I don't know how to spell it.
It's an exercise?
Spell it? Well, it's a way to train. It's basically you change speeds from a jog to a sprint, a walk to a sprint. Different intensities of running, you change it up.
And what's it called?
Fartleks. Why? Why are you laughing?
Why am I laughing?
That's what they're called.
Why aren't you?
Because it's a known term used by athletes who train. Yes.
What athletes? I've never in my life. I've been covering sports 20 years. I never heard a guy say, well, I'd like to credit this
train like an athlete. Who are you kidding?
Listen. All right? I've never heard an athlete get up after winning a championship and say, I'd like to credit this to all the fartleks.
Well, it's all the training. They may not name it. You asked me the specific training that I did. In like workout books.
You did fartleks.
They're in there. They're different. Yeah.
Can you Google that? I want confirmation this exists and you're not just making up a word.
Prepare to be wrong again.
Is it with a PH or an F? How do you spell that?
I think it's with an F.
Fartleks?
Spell it how it sounds and look it up.
Oh, there it is.
You're going to apologize to me again.
Fartlek.
You're going to apologize to me.
Fartleks.
Go ahead, hit one of those things and go ahead and read a definition, my friend.
Fartlek, which means speed play in Swedish, is a form of conditioning which puts stress mainly on the aerobic energy system due to the continuous nature of, and then hopefully it'll open someday.
You want to apologize to me right now?
You've been doing fartleks.
I've been doing fartleks forever. I've been doing it since I played. Listen, the boys do them all the time.
I've been complaining that you've been doing fartleks for 9.5 years. It's never seemed to stop you. It's the reason we moved to a bigger studio.
This is one of those times where I used a term that I should know that you're not familiar with.
Oh, come on. I'm the only one who never heard of fartleks?
Well, maybe everybody else in here didn't train either. I guarantee you ask an athlete, an athlete who trains hard for a sport, they're going to know what a fartlek is.
Call an athlete, Liam. Get me an athlete on the phone and ask him, do you know from fartleks?
That doesn't include Schlereth because he was an O-lineman.
I have to admit, in my life, I never heard that.
You never heard that?
No.
Well, why? I'll say this, in all honesty. Why would you?
Well, I don't know. I've heard of sprints. I've heard of a lot of things. I've heard of the clean and jerk. I've heard of I've heard of a lot of exercises.
It's just a running exercise. That's all. You don't have to break it down more than that. I train. I do different running. I do different lifting. Break it down into things. It's a fartlek.
All right.
But that's it, though. You saw it. It's a term.
Okay. It's a term.
I didn't know it was a Swedish term that meant speed play, but I knew it had something to do with changing up the intensity of your running. That's the whole idea of it.
Yeah. I'm having a lot of people emailing me the definition of it.
And yet, you continue to mock me.
Okay.
Yet I gave you a term.
I'm no longer mocking you. It's just funny.
Okay. I gave you a term that is a known term amongst athletes.
You have got to be kidding me if you don't think that's funny. If you're telling me you don't understand why that's funny.
You know what? I've been saying that word and running that way for so long, it doesn't even, I don't even have a sophomoric humor about it anymore the way you do.
All right. Catch Mike and Mike every weekday from 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN2.